Hey, you're listening to the C3 Network Podcast with Dan Holland. Our mission is to create a network of microchurches that are finding, teaching, and equipping people to be on mission. Our hope is that this encourages you. Be sure to leave us a review so you can help us share our message with more people who need to hear it. And now, Dan Holland.
Have you ever said something and immediately wished you could take it back? Maybe it came out in anger. Maybe it slipped out under pressure. Maybe it revealed something you didn't even realize was inside you. We've all experienced that moment, right? When words leave our mouths and we think, where'd that come from? But Jesus would say that's not the most important question. See, the better question is, what does it reveal about what's been growing inside me? Welcome back to Rooted. I'm Dan Holland, and today we began the second half of our journey. Now, for 6 episodes, we've been working beneath the surface. Our roots, identity, our mindset, truth, faith, and surrender. And the big idea behind this entire series is simple. Transformation is not behavior management. It is life from the roots up. Now, every healthy tree grows in 2 directions, down into roots and up into fruit. Now, until now, we focused on what has been growing in you, in your heart and your mind. Now, beginning today, we'll discover what inevitably grows through you. Because whatever fills the heart eventually finds its way to the mouth, the hands, and the habits, and ultimately your destiny. Now, Jesus said in Luke 6:45, "For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of." I want you to think about that. Your mouth is the microphone of your heart. Not what your heart occasionally visits, not what it once believed, not what it wishes were true. What constantly and consistently fills your heart eventually flows from your mouth. Whatever fills you, you see, eventually spills from you. Now, your words don't create what's inside you. They reveal it. And that's why your words are one of the best diagnostic tools you'll ever have. They reveal what's happening beneath the surface. If you want to know what you truly believe, just listen to what you repeatedly say. If you want to know what fears control you, listen to your conversations. If you want to know what's filling your heart, pay attention to what's overflowing from your mouth. Your words are revealing your roots. James, the brother of Jesus, understood this. In James 3, he compares the tongue to the bit in the horse's mouth and the rudder on a ship. Now, both are small, yet both determine direction. And then he makes this remarkable statement. He said, anyone who's never at fault in what they say is perfect. They're able to keep their whole body in check. Why? Because the tongue doesn't simply reveal the heart. It directs the life. Change the roots, and eventually the words change. Change the words, and eventually the direction changes. Now, that's why in Proverbs 18:21, it just says, the tongue has the power of life and death. Every conversation plants a seed. Every word is building something, or it's tearing something down. Encouragement or discouragement. Hope or fear, truth or deception. See, we are constantly sowing with our speech, and eventually we reap what we've been planting. And Paul gives us a practical challenge in Ephesians 4:29. He just said, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up. I want you to notice that Paul doesn't simply tell us what to stop saying. He tells us what to start saying. See, Christianity isn't just about removing what's unhealthy. It's about replacing it with something better. Not criticism, but encouragement. Not gossip, but grace. Not tearing people down, but building them up. And that's where many people get stuck because they try to solve a speech problem by focusing only on their words. They promise, I'll try harder, I'll be more careful, I'll watch what I say. But behavior management only trims the branches. Jesus always works at the root level. Jesus takes us deeper, you see. The issue isn't merely your vocabulary. The issue is the heart. If the roots are healthy, healthier words will follow. If the roots are unhealthy, the solution isn't simply trying harder. It's going deeper. Healthy roots produce healthy words. Unhealthy roots produce unhealthy words. If what's coming out of your mouth isn't honoring God, don't just examine your speech. Examine what has been filling your heart. And that's why real change begins beneath the surface. We don't change our speech by managing our mouths. We change our speech by allowing God to renew our minds, reshape our hearts, and deepen our roots. Change the roots, and eventually the fruit changes. But if you change the words without changing the heart, eventually the old words just return. See, transformation is not behavior management. It is life from the roots up. Thoughts never stay hidden forever. That's very important. You can censor your mouth for a while, but eventually your mouth catches up with your heart. Whatever consistently fills the heart eventually finds its way into conversation. Your words are simply your thoughts becoming audible. Imagine carrying a cup that's filled to the brim. The moment somebody bumps into you, whatever's inside comes out. If it's water, water spills. If it's coffee, coffee spills. The bump didn't create the contents. It revealed them. Life works the same way. Pressure doesn't create anger, and difficult people don't create impatience in you. Stress doesn't create fear. Those moments often reveal what has already been growing beneath the surface. See, that's why Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart. For everything you do flows from it. Everything, not some things. Everything, your words, your actions, your attitudes, your relationships, your future, everything flows downstream from your heart. Paul says something remarkably similar in Colossians 3:17. Whatever you do, whether it's in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus. There it is again, words and deeds, speech and action. See, what's happening inside you eventually becomes visible through both your speech and your actions. And next week, we'll talk about our actions. But before anyone sees what you do, they'll usually hear what you say. So here's the question. If someone followed you for the next 7 days, let's say, and recorded every conversation, what would they learn about the condition of your roots, your heart? Would they hear faith or fear? Gratitude or complaint? Hope or anxiety? Grace or criticism? Life or death? This week, don't just listen to your words. Listen to what they reveal. They're telling the story of what's been filling your heart. And here's the good news. Because God can renew your mind, He can transform your heart. New thoughts, you see, produce new words. New words produce new actions. And new actions become new habits. And over time, a completely different life begins to grow. Because whatever fills you eventually spills from you. Because your mouth is the microphone of your heart. Your words reveal your roots. And when God changes the roots, He changes everything. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in. If you like this podcast, we post a new episode each week, so be sure to subscribe and leave us a review so you can help share our message. We'll see you next time.